is the right hand of the left.
Recently, I made a video about the most important tips when playing as the tank in solo queue. And although the tank and support are both the roamer role and somewhat similar, there is still some difference in their playstyle. In this video, I will go through what are some of the most important tips to win more often when playing as a support, and also the biggest differences. Maybe you can apply some of the tips I will be sharing throughout this video that help me achieve an 88% win rate with this support. But before I continue, a quick shout out to the amazing sponsor of this video. From the creator of one of the most popular games in recent years, Genshin Impact, introducing their newest RPG game that will soon be released, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is a free-to-play game that brings the best elements of an RPG all together, such as exploring a vast universe, dreamy landscapes, awe-inspiring music, interactive puzzles, beauty animated cutscenes, charming characters, and so much more. Can't wait to try them and see who will become my favorite character. The gameplay is turn-based, which is quite easy to understand and pick up, but the strategic element of the game has such a deep battle system that mastering is the tricky part. There are different characters that you can use according to your preference, such as Himeko, Herta, and many more. You can play this game wherever you are, since it's a multi-platform game, which means you can play on your mobile devices or PC. I'm definitely excited about playing this game once it's released. Right now, you can pre-register by using the link below and get 20 free pulls as a bonus. See you in the game soon. Oftentimes, players in solo queue don't like to play as the roamer because they think they cannot carry the game. But if you know how to play the roamer role very well, you will see that's not really the case. A bonus point is that your allies might even thank you for taking that role.
Might do bad. First game.
Our jungler seems to be a bit nervous because this is his first game of the day. That's understandable. They have Franco, which means most likely he'll try to delay our buff. Just gotta sacrifice my body and take the full thrust of his long hook. That's right. Anyway, now that Franco is no longer a threat, let's try to harass the middle lane a little bit. I'm surprised that our Cho decided to trade blows with Lilia. She's probably one of the best at blowing in the early game. Usually after assisting the jungler from behind and you think he's fine on his own, then you should immediately assist your gold laner next. Always check the bush and provide vision. When you play a support like Estes, try to harass the opponents as much as you can without being too reckless. Our marksman got a bit too desperate. Lanza was just waiting for his cooldown, so all she had to do was to wait a little bit and we could have taken this kill without any issue. I'm telling the marksman to play more passively, since I need to go to a turtle to help our team contest it.
chosen one. I am only a shepherd.
An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat. Request backup. You have slain an enemy. Enemy has been slain. Shut down. Double kill.
As the support, you want to be present in as many team fights as possible. Without your support, your team will have a harder time winning those fights.
An ally has slain the turtle.
It's always a good idea to remind your gold laner that you haven't forgotten about her.
Request backup.
Communication is the key to a happy relationship. I wish I would have learned that a bit sooner. Despite that we won this fight, we didn't really get that much out of this because our marksman is wasting all that farm from her lane. And on the other hand, their marksman is taking maximum advantage of this situation.
Killing spree.
Yup, they definitely are getting the better trades here. But to be honest, I'm glad that this was actually a start where the opponents have the advantage, because a lot of times you'll be in a situation where your team is the one behind and some of your allies might be a bit inexperienced, so you gotta make something happen to swing the pendulum.
Request backup.
The marksman priority should be getting as much farm as possible in the early game, and as the support, I will provide her vision and assistance so she doesn't get easily ganked.
You have slain an enemy.
Our side lane seems to be struggling quite a bit, but that's okay, since a lot of matches are going to be like this in solo queue.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Absolutely perfectly okay, it's all part of the journey.
I am the chosen one.
As a master baiter myself, what he's doing is an entry level technique. Let's counter master bait them instead. One of the main differences between a support and a tank roamer is that the tank is a lot sturdier. So as the support, you want to soak up just a little bit of the damage, but not too much, because staying alive will be a lot more beneficial for your team during the fights. You cannot just charge straight toward your opponents. Our jungler pinged that he doesn't have retribution, so it's extra important to check the bushes and make sure that there's nobody trying to be sneaky.
Found them. Request backup. An ally has slain the turtle. Initiate retreat. You have slain an enemy.
The bottom wave is coming, so I'm just gonna stay here and provide vision for our marksman once again. My ult is still on cooldown. I cannot act too reckless here. But I guess sometimes playing recklessly has its merits.
The delight.
Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Mega kill. Mega kill. Double kill.
Even though they already got anti-regen, the healing from Estes is just too strong. I'm gonna try to masturbate them again. Let's see if they will come.
Killing spree.
At first, it might seem like I took more than I could handle, but it was all calculated risk. I learned it from that reckless engagement just a moment ago. Winky face.
Initiate retreat.
For those who still don't know about this, it means that we should take the Lord at 12 minutes so we can get the enhanced Lord.
Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Legendary. Your team
Lord.
Has O'Day giving up or that just a trap?
Darkness is the right hand of the light.
Actually a big brain trap. This White Estes is definitely still one of the best supports in the game. If I were to spam him non-stop, my win rate in solo queue would probably be quite high. However, for the sake of having fun and my viewer as well, I will not spam just one hero all the time. But you don't have to do that, so if your team ever needs a roamer, feel free to pick Estes all the time.
Victory!
Usually a good indicator if you did your job properly and made a big impact in the game as a support is when your teamfight participation is above 75% or so. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.